channel. Hi, I'm Lori and welcome to Lori Book Trials. I thought, even though I should have done this yesterday, I thought today, since I didn't do it yesterday, I would do it now. I decided to do a book review, as you can tell by my title. And as you guys can tell, it is One Day in December by Josie Silver. This pretty cover. I keep going back and forth. I think I'm going to give it a 4, but it's really more like a 3.75. It's about this girl. She gets on the bus, as you can see in the picture. She's sitting in the bus. She sees this guy when she's looking out, and he's trying to get on the bus to get to her, and he can't get to the bus in time. And she keeps looking for him. And then she comes to find out that her best friend is dating the one that she thinks is her man, that, you know, because she thinks is true love. And yeah, and the characters' names are Lori, which is the main girl. I'm sorry, I'm so bad at remembering names. There's Jake, and then the best friend Sarah. And it's basically, even though Jake and Lori are the main point of views, yeah, it's in both of their main points of views. Sarah is also, of course, a big part of it. And yeah, and it's just about all the years that, I think it's like 10 years or something. It tells you right in here, so it's not like I'm giving it a spoil. 10 years of friendships, heartbreak, roads not taken, and destinies reconsidered. So yeah. And without going on just into spoilers, it was just kind of slow. I didn't like certain parts that happened. And I didn't know there was going to be this one part in here. And during the holidays, this is not something I like to read about. That's all I'm going to say without going into spoilers. I did love Sarah and Lori and Jack. I think I liked the girls more than Jack. Yeah. But I thought it was going to be more lighthearted than it is, and in spoiler section I'll tell you why it wasn't so lighthearted. But there was some cute parts in it that I really enjoyed, and yeah, it's a good book. It's just something that I wish I would have known about, because I don't think I would have read this during the Christmas holiday, during any type of holiday, to be perfectly honest, but especially like Christmas. So yeah, but it was still good. And I think it's more me. You guys might not feel the same way when you read it, you know, or if you read it, but yeah. So that's all I can say really without going in spoilers. But I liked how it ended. And like I said, it had a little bit of everything. It had some really, like, it had some funny moments, but it had some really serious topics in here, and a lot of sad parts. And yeah, I just didn't really, you know, this, like, the one thing is my, when I go into spoilers, you'll know what I'm talking about, but one of these are my things that it's so hard for me to read about. And I'll just tell you that without going into spoilers. But when I go into the spoilers in just a second, you'll know what I'm talking about. Because, yeah. But, yeah, I got this today. We went to Walmart, and I got this. Ain't it cute? And it's a hoodie, and then you can just put it up. That's what I got when I went to Walmart today. And it's yellow and all that kind of stuff. It's so cute. But I wanted to get me something, because it gets drafty in this house. So, yeah. But anyways, that's all I can tell you about this book without going into spoilers, is that, yeah, it's just basically 10 years of their life and what happens during these 10 years. And, yeah. So, if you don't want to be spoiled, please don't watch. Oh, I was also going to say, even though I already told you guys, this was my girl Ashley's pick for her book club for this month. Like I said, I gave it 4 stars. Yeah, and yeah, I think that's it. If you guys don't want to be spoiled, bye. come back when you guys are done reading it if you're going to read it. And if you're going to stay, then yay. Okay, so there's really not like super major. Let me wait a couple more seconds in case they're still here. Okay, bye. Again, if you're still here, bye. Go, because I'm getting ready to talk. Okay, so there ain't like really like Jack and Lori never like, they don't sleep together or anything, but they do kiss when Jack is still with Sarah. I think that's what I said her name was, Sarah, yeah. So I didn't like that, and they both were like, oh, let's pretend it never happened. Let's don't tell anybody, especially Sarah, you know, which I don't like. I mean, even to me, even kissing somebody else when you're in a relationship with somebody is cheating. I know some people think if it's just a kiss, that it's not cheating, but to me, I don't care. If you're with somebody and you kiss somebody else and it's not like just a, you know, that kind of like a pucker of a kiss, then that's cheating to me. If there's tongue involved, it's cheating to me. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but that is my feeling. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't like this. Another one is, and it's just me because, you know, it's the holiday season, and my dad, when he passed away, it was, you know, around the holidays, you know. Well, it was in February, but still it was real close, you know. And it's just really hard because it's so close to when he passed away and stuff. And in this book, Lori's dad had a heart attack. He doesn't die right away, but later on he has another one and he dies. And it's just hard for me to read that. So, and it's not the author's fault. So, but I still just was not something that I wanted to read in like something for Christmas, you know. But it's still, yeah, it's just something with me. Like, it's a trigger of mine, so. And then, Jack and Sarah are starting to fight. They've been together for a while, but then they start to fight, and he's late, and she doesn't pick up the phone because she, when she keeps hearing his phone, his thing, you know, his ringtone, or his picture, his ID, whatever you want to say, on the phone, she won't pick up, and then, because she's mad at him because he's really late, and then you come to find out that he had I think it was a stroke or something when he was driving, and he was, this guy, his name's Luke, and he found the phone and called to let her know that, you know, that this guy, you know, that this guy dropped his phone, and that this guy was in the hospital, was taken to the hospital because, you know, of the circumstances. And yeah, it was just some really like heavy topics, and yeah, but I really love the characters, don't get me wrong. And then, let's see, of course, Lori has, I don't remember the guy's name, but she marries this one guy. Let me see if I can find his name, because I'm bad at remembering names. Let me see if I can find that guy's name. Oscar. So she marries this guy named Oscar that she meets, like when she's away. And, yeah, they wind up, well, they date for a long time before they get married. And I think her and Jack almost kiss again when she's married, you know, when he was dating Sarah and they kissed, him and Lori. That was bad enough, but you know, they weren't married. But in this case, she was married to Oscar, and she wanted to cheat on him with Jack, you know. She's kind of drunk, but still. So I don't really like books with cheating in it. But it was still a really good book. I mean, I still gave it 4 stars, even though I think it's more, like I was saying at the beginning, 3.75. And of course, she winds up divorcing Oscar, and yeah, and then Jack and her wind up getting together at the end, but there's, you know, Jack, like, dates a lot of girls throughout the whole thing, of course. And he's, like, after he had I think it was a stroke that he had, if I'm not mistaken. But after he had that, he was, like, really, like, bitter, and that's, like, when him and Sarah really started, like, getting out of their relationship, you know, like, having troubles in the relationship and stuff. And we get Sarah, she winds up, you know, her and Jack wind up breaking up, and she winds up getting with Luke, who is the guy that found Jake when he was, you know, when he had his stroke or whatever it was that he had. So yeah, but yeah, him and Lori do get together at the end. I mean, I saw, like, because of course you didn't really see much of him and Sarah's relationship, of course. So I did see, of course, more. What I did see of him and Sarah's relationship and him and Lori, I felt more spark with him and Lori. So yeah, and I was glad that they got together at the end. But yeah, and Sarah does find out that Lori, that he was the one that Lori had saw, because she told Sarah that, you know, she saw this guy from the bus, and, you know, but she never told Sarah that it was Jack. And Sarah winds up finding out right before Oscar and Lori's, you know, before they get married, and she's supposed to be the maid of honor, and of course she doesn't stay. And of course Lori lies and says that there was an emergency, and, you know, Sarah had to go home or something like that, had to go away, whatever, couldn't make it, whatever you want to say, and yeah. But they do make up, of course, her and Sarah, they, you know, but it took them a while. But it was I mean, I really liked her and Lori, Sarah and Lori, besides the part where she didn't tell her the truth. I know that it's like, you know, that it was, I don't think Sarah would have been upset with Lori if she would have told her, you know, you know, this is the guy is the, you know, Jack is the one I saw, you know. I think she was more upset about that than anything else. I mean, of course she was upset about them kissing, but I think she could have forgave her if it would have, you know, if she would have told her right away and not, like, holding it all in and everything like that, and waited until right before she's getting ready to get married, you know, so. And even though Sarah and Jack were starting to get on the outs when Sarah found out about Lori and him kissing, still, you know, but that was, you know, that was what finally, you know, made her snap, I think, because, you know, they were already, I think, if I'm not mistaken, him and Jack and Sarah were already broken up when, yeah, they just broke up when she found out that Lori and, you know, Jack kissed, and that he was the guy, you know, from the bus. So yeah, but it was, otherwise it was good. I mean, I liked, like, their friendship, and I loved how like, we got, like, I thought it would be like 1 or 2 summers, because I didn't read the whole back, so I liked that it was like 10 years of their life, so we got to know a lot about them and stuff like that, like about Lori's dad having his heart attack, and then later on dying, and with him having a stroke like he did, you know, and things like that, and you could, you know, it's very realistic, of course, because, you know, a lot of people, when something like a stroke happens to them and stuff, especially when they're young, they're very bitter about it, especially, like, he was getting ready to, like, be promoted, because he's, like, I think he's a DJ, if I'm not mistaken, and he's getting ready to get promoted and stuff like that, and then of course he loses the promotion and everything because of the stroke. So he was very bitter, but he was just, like, a real jerk to both Sarah and Lori during this time, which really, yeah. But he was an okay guy, but I think out of the three characters, Lori and Sarah were my favorite. And I really liked Sarah and Luke. Oscar, I think he was in love with Lori, but he wanted more, like, he wanted success more, like, you know, he was more into his career. Like, he wanted her to drop everything because he got this promotion, and he wanted her, like, just to drop everything, stay home, have kids, and, you know, try to have kids, whatever you're going to say, and without even asking her what she wanted, you know. So that's what wound up breaking them up. But he really seemed to love Lori, though, in his own way, you know. And Jack was such a jerk. Like, Oscar wasn't even being mean to Jack or anything like that, but you could tell that he was so jealous of Lori, like, moving on and, you know, not, you know, panting for him, you know, and, you know, try to get a life and stuff. But, yeah, he was okay, though. At the end, he started changing, you know, he realized what a jerk he was and stuff, and, you know, all three of them became, you know, they were still friends and stuff, so. But it was a good book. It's just not quite what I was expecting, because I didn't think it was going to be so hard-hitting and stuff like it was. But I would still recommend it for people to read. Just go in if you have, like, trigger warnings, like, you know, like with, like, or if it would make you super sad, you know, like how it did for me with, you know, what I was just talking about. So, yeah, just go in knowing that it isn't just all sunshine and roses in this book. And that's it, I think. I don't know what else to tell you guys about it. But it was still a very good book. So, 4 stars. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. And that is it. I hope you guys all have a great day, a great weekend. And if you guys like this video, just thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please think about subscribing and to hit that bell icon so you'll know whenever a video of mine is uploaded for you to watch. And I will talk to you guys all later. Have a good day. Bye.